So as I informed you guys yesterday, I'm gonna be at district office, so unfortunately I can't be there with you guys today, but the show must go on. So today's lesson is 9.3, perpendicular bisector through a given point. Now, you guys notice bisector was in yesterday's lesson, it's in today's lesson. That means we're gonna be doing very similar things. Now the content objective is I will bisect two lines through a given point. I'm gonna do one of them for you guys, and you're gonna have another one on your guided notes. Language objective, I will summarize how to bisect a line through a given point. You guys are going to be responsible for doing that on your own. I'm only doing one thing today as opposed to the two previous days where I did two different things. On Monday, we did copying a line segment and copying an angle. Yesterday, we did bisecting a line and bisecting an angle. Today, it's just a perpendicular bisector through a given point. Now, before I get started on today's lesson, I wanted to quickly review yesterday's. So, to bisect a line, I'll remind you guys, we need to have our compass open so that it's wider than half of the actual line. And then let me go ahead and change the color on this thing. Let's see. So I'll remind you guys that we want to have intersections here when we make our arcs from both sides so that we can draw our line. So I'm going to go ahead and draw here. And then I'm going to move down here and do the same thing. Now, it might take a while before you guys figure out how long to make these. Some of you have decided to just do this. Hey, works for me. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to keep the same color. And actually, I'm still slightly off. Right there. And I like doing this, having it like that. But if you want to go ahead and do all of this, that's fine with me. And then finally, our line needs to go through these 2 points. So let me see if I can get this. So I'm going to start there and go through there. And you can stop here, you can go through, it doesn't really matter. But now we've created two equal sections. We've bisected this line. So we have two equal pieces because we've cut it in half. Now, if you still don't understand this, you might want to watch that part again. But I'm going to go ahead and move on to bisecting an angle. So here I have an angle. Now I'm going to go ahead and change the color again. Let's go with purple this time. Why not? Now, again, you want to be at the vertex. So that's about the vertex. And it moved. Move back real quick. Right there. Now, you want to draw an arc that hits both of the lines on that angle. From there, I advise open this up a little more. Let's go ahead and change the color again. Now, you want to put your compass on the intersections of the purple, which is the arc, and the angle. So here and here. I'm going to go ahead and move here. And then you want to draw your arcs up here. And then again, you want to draw your arc. And then move the compass out of the way. And then again, to bisect this, what you want to do is you want to draw a line that goes from the vertex through that intersection right there. Now I'm doing it digitally, and I actually feel it's a lot more, it's easier to do with pencil, with your compass on your paper. I feel this is slightly off right here. It's not where it's supposed to be, but it is what it is. I gotta keep going. Alright, so this is yesterday's lesson. So bisecting an angle and bisecting a line. So again, if you need to review these, feel free to watch them over and over again. Now on to today's lesson. Now, bisecting a line through a given point. Now, I have a line right here. I have my compass. Now I have a point right here. Now, typically, if you're just going to bisect the line, period, you want to put your compass at the edge, you want to open more than half, and then, do your thing from there. But this is going to be different. We're going to be doing it through a given point. Now, I have a point right here. I'm going to go ahead and place that right there. Now, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my compass, and I'm going to go to where the point is. Now, again, it's going to be very similar to what we did up here, but there's extra steps because we're doing it through a given point. So I'm not cutting this line in half. I'm cutting it where the point is. That's what I'm going to do. And I want it to be perpendicular, so I want it to be a line that goes, forms a 90-degree angle. Now, you could just draw a line. I'm not going to believe you. I'm not going to believe that you did the work and that it's accurate. here's what we're gonna do. Using your compass, doesn't matter what length you have. You can have it, wider. You can have it shorter. Doesn't matter. But you want to keep it the same for both sides. You want to draw here, and then you also want to draw on this side. Whoops. Go ahead and undo. Now these right here are going to be, these arcs right here are going to be the ones you're going to use to actually draw the bisector. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to switch color first of all, and I'm going to make this a little wider. Now I'm going to take my compass, I'm going to place it here. Now just like before, kind of when we did it from the edges on the previous problem, I'm going to do the same thing, but from here, from these intersections. So I'm going to draw my arc over here, draw my arc over here. And again, if you actually want to go all the way through, I'm okay with that. Personally, I prefer to keep it like this. I feel like it looks cleaner. And I'm going to go over here and do the same thing. Slightly off again. Alright, from there, I'm going to do the same thing up here. I'm going to create those arcs, intersections. And shift around this way. Whoops. Let me go ahead and move the compass. Now you can see it looks very similar to the one we did over here. But again, this is our reference point, so we have to use these to create these lines, these arcs. Now, you guys would take your straight edge and your pencil. And then again, it'd be a lot easier if I did this on paper. In fact, I don't even think this one's gonna cooperate with me to get the right tilt on this. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna cooperate with me. Now, the reason that's not working is because this line is not parallel to the page. It's just a random line that I put on here. If it was, parallel to the page, this line would already work. It's not going to adjust the way that I want it to work, but it is what it is. I'm pretty sure you guys get the point here. So again, this is it. This is how you do a perpendicular bisector through a given point. Now, I could have put this point anywhere. The whole point of this is once you have a point, you start from there, and then basically draw your arcs on both sides, and then use those to create the ones above and below. So this right here basically becomes the end of the line, like here. So over here we did that from here, put the end of the compass here, and here. Over here, you use this. Put it there, and you create these marks. So that's it. Go ahead and write your summary. I'm pretty sure you guys know which words you should use. I'm thinking, point is a good one. Arcs, line, perpendicular, bisector. Now again, this one is not like the previous one. We cut this exactly in half. This and this are the same size. These two things not the same size. I believe this one is slightly bigger. The whole point is to get it to that line. Alright guys, so good luck, and the classwork for today is due at the end of the period. Please give it to the sub. You are not turning it in online. Good luck guys, and have a great day.